I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
And if you're thinking about moving to Frisco, Texas, well, this is the video for you because we did so back in 2006, 16 years ago, in fact. And we absolutely love it. Best decision we've ever made. And we're going to kind of uncover some of the reasons why we love living in Frisco, Texas.
So we came up with, we come up with quite a few, but we narrowed it down to 7 things that are our top 7 favorite things about Frisco.
Now, if this is your first time on our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that bell, so you're alerted every time we do a video. We are real estate agents that specialize in all things Texas real estate, but like I said, today we are right here in Frisco, Texas.
Yep.
So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Right? Some of these things that we're going to talk about, you know, you see a lot of pros and cons videos and all that good stuff, and we're guilty of it as well. And one of the first things that you always hear about, and it's usually in a con when it comes to anything Texas, and that is the weather. Right? But we're going to actually use that as part of one of the things that we love. And what we absolutely love about the weather is not when it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you're out there and it's 105 degrees and you can't even get your golfing round in because it's absolutely blazing.
Can't walk the dog because the cement's too
Can't
hot.
walk the dog, right? You sweat going to the car and that sort of thing.
Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot.
Those are not the things that we love about the weather.
Yeah.
But what do we love about the weather?
I love that it's warm at night, and so I can wear shorts. You can sit out on a patio and enjoy, you know, having some dinner with friends, and you don't have to worry about having a coat with you or getting chilly. That's kind of one of my favorite parts about it.
I love that part about it because, like Patrice was saying, you're out on the, you know, it could be 11 o'clock at night and you're still in your shorts, your flip-flops, having your cocktails.
You could be in your pool.
You could be in your pool.
It's so nice.
It's just when the sun goes down, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's where you want to be. And then also, you have several months in both the fall and the spring that are absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
Right?
However, I have to admit, today and yesterday, even though we're in the 90s today. This morning was gorgeous when I was walking the dog. I mean, it was warm, but it had a nice cool breeze. It was beautiful. So, and we've had several days of that. So it's not all just heat constantly in the summer either. So
11 to 5, you know, sucks. Midday just is brutal.
It is hotter later in the day for sure, but
that's all over Texas. It's not as humid up here in Dallas as it is in some of our other locations that we cover. But anyway, that's another video altogether. What are some of the other things that we love about living in Frisco, Texas?
Oh, we're just so close to all restaurants and shopping. It's so easy to get anywhere you need to go, and it's growing, so we're getting to where everything's just right where we need it, and I love it. I love it so much.
Now, if you are moving to Texas, I'm sure you've heard of the 2 huge staples that are must-sees regardless. Now, and those staples are Buc-ee's, which is a
huge gas station on steroids is really what it is.
It's actually what I was going to say. It's on steroids. Yeah. It's like Walmart and pick your favorite
Costco.
Yeah, pick your favorite gas station, merged together and had a baby. I mean, it's huge. The bathrooms are great, all that good stuff. Guess what? Frisco doesn't have one. That's not what we love about Frisco. But what the other staple is what, Patrice?
H-E-B.
And we're getting one.
We're getting one. It's almost built.
It's almost built. Yes. So now we when we go out and visit some of our teammates in other parts of this fine state, we do see and have visited H-E-B.
Been inside, yes. Another grocery store on steroids.
It's a grocery store on steroids.
But everything's bigger than Texas.
Everything's bigger than Texas. So, but we're looking forward to exploring it more. We don't have a lot of experience outside of just visiting and going in there from time to time. But everybody swears by it.
Yes.
So thought we'd throw that in there.
Absolutely.
But there's tons besides H-E-B and Buc-ee's. There's just things to do. So when you're moving and you're thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, everything's spread out, right? And so one of the nice things about being in these more established communities versus Salina, Prosper, etc., is that they're not built out yet, right? So the infrastructure is not there. The restaurants, as the tollway comes through, you're going to start seeing a lot more of that stuff come to those cities. But for right now, all those residents have to come into Frisco to kind of get their restaurant and dining in.
And plenty of dining. I mean, any type of food you want, we've got it.
Yeah.
We are not at a shortage for restaurants, that's for sure. And shopping, of course, we've got huge malls out here. And just every store that you can imagine. So
everything that you could possibly want is here in Frisco. And that's one of the nice things that people, it's not one of the things that we have on our list and we're going to talk about today, but it is, Frisco is a melting pot. It's very diverse. So not only do we love that about raising our children in an environment where, just all these cultures kind of come together, but it also makes for outstanding food.
Oh man, yeah.
So it's just no shortage of all sorts of anything that you could possibly want. We have. So it's just a really, really cool vibe.
And if you have any questions about the restaurants or anything, leave us the comment below, and we can give you our take on some of these restaurants and some of the food.
And places to stay away from.
Yeah, there are those.
I eat Tex-Mex. Anyway.
We won't get into that again.
That's another thing.
Yes. So what are some other things? Okay,
here's something that is really, people right now, interest rates are going up, inflation, there's the war going on overseas with Russia and Ukraine. No one knows, there's just a lot of uncertainty and angst in the world right now.
There is.
And with that is one of the things that I absolutely love about Frisco, Texas is it is the .1 recession-proof city in all of America, according to Wallet.
It is, yes.
.hub.
Why is that?
WalletHub.net. Why is that?
Why is that?
Well, they take a look at all the different kind of factors. They look at unemployment rate, average household income. They look at the last recession, and anyway, they have like 30 different items that they look at, throw them in a blender, and Frisco came out .1.
Yay, .1.
Yeah. So anyway, so that is I love that about Frisco, especially right now with all the uncertainty, like I said, that's going on in the world. Just the comfort that we have, that I can sleep at night knowing that our clients, everybody in this general area is
yeah. I was gonna say Prosper, Salina, that whole area
McKinney,
is included. Everything. When they did this
Plano.
Yeah, when they did this, those areas didn't have the population that they were looking at, so those are just kind of thrown in and included anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's generally this whole area, but Frisco being the named city, and it is, like I said, .1. So with everything, like I said, going on in the world, it's nice to have that comfort.
But you know what else makes you comfortable? Another thing that is going to make everybody comfortable, that's one of our other favorites, is that we were just voted the safest city.
What?
Yeah.
Safest city?
Safest city. I know. It's pretty cool. I'm kind of excited.
It's really nice because we always get that. We get that. Everybody's always asking about schools, safety, jobs, that sort of thing. And Frisco's got it covered.
Yeah, we've got clients who are their questions are, can I leave my kid's bike outside? I mean, just like little weird things that they're terrified of. And we're like, yeah, I mean, we have.
Well, speaking of bikes, right? I had my boys. Our two boys, they're adults now, and I was trying to get, cleaning out the garage, I just laid the bikes out. You know how it is. Essentially, they've been garage kept they're treated better than our cars. These things have been in perfect condition for years, and so I let them out. It took a month, right? It took a month to even
somebody to take them,
give that thing away. No one would take them.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's just a really safe city. I mean, I've never felt like any safer. I mean, true confession, like I said, we have 3 adult children now, and they come and go as they please and that sort of thing. I can't even tell you how many times I go to bed without even worrying about locking the door. I don't even know if I should say that.
I know. Well,
right? Probably shouldn't put that out to the world, but
it helps that we have a huge dog too. But
that's true. But you know, but I
But
wouldn't.
It is safe.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
safe.
safe. Yes.
It's safe. So that's a cool thing. What else?
Well, obviously, if you have kids, we no longer have kids in school, but gosh, that's weird to say. But
It's crazy.
people who do, Frisco ISD is a fabulous school district.
We put three
of them
through Frisco ISD.
Yeah, and our last one is on his way to college. So
Yeah, and our
yeah.
middle one is in college, and our oldest is doing his own thing. But
Going to
all
college
extremely,
slowly.
yeah, all extremely smart, bright, and have a good future
Yeah.
ahead of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the schools. We don't need to tell you about the schools. It's A-rated, number 6 in the entire state as far as school districts are concerned. Student to teacher ratio is like 15 or 16 to 1.
Yeah, and as the ratio, as the schools get bigger, they start to build more schools. So I wrote down because I knew I wouldn't remember, but right now we've got 43 elementary schools. One is opening this year, one more, so we'll have 44. We have 17 middle schools, and we have 12 high schools with another one opening this year right next to the PGA. So it's amazing. It's amazing to see, and like the technology they have there, and I mean, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you would be shocked. These are not just your small little schools either. I mean, these are huge schools.
Yeah.
Just Frisco puts their number one priority is the school district. It always has been. It's what drives everything. All the job growth, everything is anchored. It's the magnet that makes Frisco what it is the school system. So,
Yep.
On that note, let's get to the very last one. And one of the things that no one really talks about, and that is how aggressive Frisco is. What do you mean by aggressive?
What you talking about, Willis?
They go after it. They go after these companies. It's no fluke that these jobs are coming into. These corporations are moving their headquarters to Frisco. Frisco actually goes out and attracts these guys and courts them for years to get them to come here. It's how the PGA came here. It's how Jerry Jones came here with the Cowboys. It's amazing. I love just the aggressiveness that the city of Frisco does, the planning and just the long-term game that they have. They have a focus, they have a plan, and they do it every single day. They show up and knock that stuff out.
Yeah, and the partnerships they have with the city is amazing, and so everybody feels like they're part of these big businesses, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's just a really cool. I'm very bullish. Continue to be bullish for the long run on Frisco and the city itself. The housing is pretty much affordable. Comparatively speaking, I mean, when you're taking the tax rates,
Lower
that sort of
property
thing.
tax rates, yeah.
The other thing I love about Frisco, this is a bonus for you. This was not on our list, but since we started talking about property taxes and all that good stuff, we don't have PIDs. We don't have mud taxes here. So it's all built in, and it's right at 2%, which is, for Texas standards, is one of the lowest in the for everything that you have, it's one of the lowest around.
I know.
I mean, what? California's 1.25 where we came from.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
I know. I'm really glad that we did this video because it got me thinking about our city again and got me excited. So I'm really glad.
Yep, absolutely. So if you are thinking about making the move here to Frisco, Texas, or anywhere in Texas, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that bell, so you're alerted every time we do a video.
Give us a call.
Give us
Text
a call.
or email.
Text. Email. Hit that Dream Home form. And until the next time, I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
Take care.